Alright, YouTube, so I went ahead and making this video just to give you guys a little rundown on how I run my business and on that side of the of work. And we'll start off with advertising. If you're new, if you want to get into this line of work and everything, you have to, first of all, you got to have your company established. You got to have the tools. If you're doing mobile, have a dependable truck, or whatever you're using. I've seen guys use a Ford Expedition, to actually run their business, and that's totally up to you, whatever your rig is. I have a 2000 Chevy Silverado, the 3500 1 ton. I got my compressor, I got my torch, hand tools and whatnot. So that's the first thing you gotta have. The second thing, you gotta have some, knowledge of what you're doing. And that's why when you get a call, have the customer give you a little rundown on, what the problem is. So that way, if you're not, totally comfortable with the job, turn it down. You don't want to go out and make a fool out of your company, or, lose that customer, because believe it or not, you will get burned. If you go out there and you mess something up that wasn't messed up before, or they see that you don't know how to do the work, that'll really put a dent in your business. So whenever that happens, just let your customer know, that's not something I'm not comfortable with. But anytime, if you're into doing like simple stuff like brakes and tires and all that, let them know exactly what you do, and hopefully they'll keep you in mind next time something breaks down, that you're able to fix within your capabilities or your expertise or whatnot. And then from there, you want to have a way of billing the customers. There's only so much you can do um, through cash and checks. You can do the EFIS or the com checks and all that, which is, you gotta have a way to do that also. If you want to go cash it at, wherever you can, or turn it into your bank, that's, up to you. What I use is the Square application, and that's been pretty good so far. The only downside to that is, you need to make sure, if you're taking the card over the phone, what I do is I'll send them a credit card authorization form. And with that, in case they try to, deny that, try and get that payment refunded to them, because that's happened to me with some customers that were, they know how to cheat the system basically. So I've been cheated out a couple times, before I actually caught on to how to do it. So through that application, through Square, I'm able to, formulate an invoice. Make sure you get their company information, who you speak to, and on there you can add the items like service calls and hourly and all that good stuff. And then you can also upload pictures. So make sure you do that also. Upload pictures of the truck, the VIN, the work, the parts. Anything you can to put that on that invoice, and that'll take care of the billing. That's the way I do it. And through Square, they also send you for your tax forms. You're able to you pull that off with Square also. So that's why I don't mind paying the like 3.5% that they'll take for taking those payments. Okay, so we got your company, you got your rig, you got your billing, and next thing would be how to get customers. Now this is, when I started from scratch. I didn't have no customers. At the time I didn't have a compressor yet to do tires and bigger stuff like that. But put yourself out there. The best thing to do, when you're starting off, you might not have that much money, and if you do, that's great. But you need to advertise. That's the first thing. Get on Google. Google is free. Advertise with them, or just put on your location and what you do. Set your business up on Google. That's the first thing to do. And then you could try some of these breakdown companies, which would be like FleetNet, NTTS, and there's another breakdown company on there. I forgot which one it is. But me, since I live in a small town, it's not feasible to me to be paying, all this money to advertising when I know the work is not really there. Since my small town, we don't get that much traffic. Everything's pretty much local. So I just opted for the free, the free advertising. It's there, it's free. Go and do it. Check it up. Check out the sites. You can speak to the vendors of those companies and see if they can give you analytics. For how many, basically for how much work there is out there. They'll let you know. Yeah, well, in the past month we've had so many people contact us that needed work or anything like that. So that's what you should do. From there is word of mouth. Just let everyone if it's your friends, your family, through social media, just let everybody know what you're doing. You're starting off, or if you're established, let them know. Hey, I'm out there. I do this and that wise. Social media. You can also post it on social media. What you do, and post pictures and keep up with social media. That's another good avenue you could take. And then from there, it's pretty much the way I started. I would just pretty much just sit at the truck stops. There's just two in my town, so I would just go and be posted up right there. Go around. If you see truckers walking by, hand them some business cards if you have them. If you don't, get them made. And that's I use Vistaprint. They're pretty cheap, and you make your own design and put your information on there, what you do, and just drop off cards. Any chance you get, just plant that seed. That's very important. Plant that seed, to everyone you see, everyone you know. Hey, there's this card. If you see a truck down, just give them my card. And that's I've gotten a couple jobs off that too. And word of mouth is also a big one. Once you start getting work, someone will flag you down or anything. In my case, they would flag me down. Hey, I got this problem. Do you do it? Yes, sir, I do. So do the work. Do it right. Yeah, it's about the money, but you gotta have some pride in your work. So just make sure you do it right and get good with them. Establish a good connection with whoever it is. If it's the if it's just the driver, or if it's the owner, just establish a good relationship with them, and the same, just let them know you're out there, let them know what you do, and get that out there. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Like in this case, I just I got called out today to a location out in the middle of nowhere, and it was through a third party. I don't know how they got my information, but they found me, and it was actually FleetNet that contacted me. Now, I do not have an account with FleetNet. I'm not a vendor with FleetNet. They, they contacted me and said, "Hey, we got this truck down and so in your area. Is something you do?" Yes, sir, I do. All right. So I went ahead and it was an airline on the truck that busted. Simple job, just take it off and put on the new one. So something easy like that. You can start off like that. Just make sure you're able to do the work. Like that's pretty basic job right there. Just switching out the line. Anyone can do it, but I had to bring the part out. It was about 70 miles. So I took care of that. Contacted them. Keep up with. They have a automated system, and they keep calling you every so often just to make sure you're on the way, when you're there, how much time you're on the job, and all that good stuff. So yeah, there's that right there also. And what else? You know, when you get a when you're out like me, I'm 24 hours, 7 days a week. You know, you also need to establish your pricing, and that's pretty much, you know, you got to go more or less in your area what people are charging. Now, if you're on the upper end, yeah, you'll make more money, but you might not get that much work. Like in my case, I'm pretty reasonable, you know, with all my customers, whether it be local, whether it be you know, an over the road company that contacts me. So just try and, you know, be fair. Don't try and, you know, extort anyone, because they might not call you back. So that's another deal right there. And then yeah, once they contact you, just make sure, you know, let them know, you know, get the information where they're at. Out here in my area, there's a lot of it's pretty much an oil field business all around. So just make sure you're more or less familiar with certain areas, and you know, if they give you coordinates, just make sure you know how to get there. If you don't, you know, make sure you ask them before you head out there, because some areas out here they have no service. So make sure you know how to get to the customer. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the way I've run my business for going on 3 years now, as you know, as a business owner with my own truck and my own services. So that's pretty much it, you guys. If you guys want more information on, you know, some of these companies, or what I do and how I run my invoices and all that, let me know in the comments, and I'll try and get to you as soon as possible. If you like this video, you know, just give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber yet, please subscribe. It'll really help out my channel. You know, I've been doing these videos for a little bit less than a year, so I'm just trying to, you know, get that going and get people informed. If you guys have any questions on anything, you know, just let me know. If you're stuck on a job or anything, let me know. I'll try and get back to you. Also, if you're trying to reach me, you can call my phone number. You look me up. It's J Ratliff Diesel on Google, out of Hobbs, New Mexico. That's 575-390-8650. You know, and if you're in this area and you own trucks, well, let me know. We'll go over your fleet or go over your truck, and you know, we'll be in touch like that. So there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Remember, like, subscribe. Have a good day. Peace.